I'll get ready with me for my son's first prom. I cannot wait for y'all to see my dress. I have been planning this for a while. I didn't have time to get my hair and makeup done like all the other girls. Here is the final look. Here is my dress, my flowers. So pretty.
Well, guys, today we're getting wacky on them. I feel like it's been a while since we've talked about like a sort of nothing burger TikTok situation that doesn't really mean a whole lot, like genuinely, but is nevertheless entertaining and kind of yucky to talk about. So I figured that's what we would spend today doing. You know, throw it back to the basics. Now, over the last couple of years, I feel like the amount of silly stuff we talk about on this channel has declined pretty substantially. There was a point on this channel where I basically never talked about anything serious, and these days I feel like it's probably like a 60-40 split, where most of the time I'm talking about something at least somewhat serious that actually matters. And you know what? Sometimes I miss just talking about silly, stupid shit that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but is fun to talk about for 10 minutes. And today, that's exactly what we're doing. Now, if you spend a lot of time on TikTok, or like, I guess just real life too, which if you're watching this video, you probably have, you've probably come across a crazy boy mom. If you don't know what that is, basically, it's a mother who, well, kind of behaves like their son's girlfriend. Now, I'm sure this has always been a phenomenon, but in the age of social media, people who act like this have started to get a lot of attention, negative attention, because there are a lot of mothers on social media who make it basically their entire personality to treat their son like a husband or a boyfriend. Now, if you've never seen a video like this or seen this happen in person, it might be kind of hard to picture what I'm talking about. Don't worry, I'm a visual learner too. I've brought examples. Examples from a TikToker named Lauren Cameron Glass, who recently has kind of gone under fire for these TikToks that she made about how she, well, you know, did a completely normal mom thing and went to prom with her son. Yeah, so, it's pretty fucking weird. It's a subject I'm kind of surprised that I haven't talked about yet, so here we are. Buckle up, it's time for me and you to dive into the world of TikTok boy moms. Not gonna be a fun one. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
I'll get ready with me for my son's first prom. I am so excited that this day is finally here. I cannot wait for y'all to see my dress. I have been planning this for a while. It is so cute. It's gonna be like the perfect mother-son matching moment. I didn't have time to get my hair and makeup done like all the other girls, so I hope that my makeup and my hair turns out good. I have to help get Mason ready. It really doesn't matter as long as Mason thinks I look beautiful.
Okay, so we're not even 30 seconds into this motherfucker, and things are already looking pretty grim. Every single sentence somehow managed to be worse than the one that it followed, and the very first one was pretty bad. It's gonna be the ultimate mother-son matching moment. I didn't get to do my hair and makeup like the other girls. Oh, so like the children who are going to prom? You've been planning this for a while. Why is this so important to you? Why do you want to pretend like you are your son's prom date? Keep in mind, this woman apparently has a husband, and her main concern is that her son finds her beautiful, not her husband. Also not concerned that her son finds his date beautiful. Priorities are wrong all over the place here, partner.
My dress is black and Mason's date's dress is red. I can't wait to show y'all the flowers that I ordered for myself for Mason to give me.
Top 5 most insane things ever said by a human. You ordered yourself flowers for your son's prom for your son to give to you? Not only is it psychotic to like even have that idea, what really is getting me here is instead of giving her son this extra money or like putting it towards him having a better prom, you know, this money that she spent on the dress, the money that she spent on the flowers, doesn't put that towards making sure her son has a better prom. Actually does the direct opposite instead and invests in making her son's prom awkward and something that he probably won't want to remember.
They are so pretty. I really hope someone's going to be there so they can capture that moment because it is going to be so cute. I did get a spray tan this morning. I did have time to work that in. The girl that sprayed me was precious. I told her, you have got to spray me quick because I'm going to prom tonight, so make me look good. I have got to set my makeup so that my makeup lasts all night. The after prom party theme is Y2K, right up my alley.
I sincerely hope, for her son's sake here, that maybe just all of her son's friends have insane parents and that they're doing like a parental after prom party? Because if your mom shows up to the prom after party after dressing up as your date and making a huge deal about it on TikTok, yeah, that's one you never live down. That's one that never goes away. You graduate high school, you're probably going to retain at least one high school friend. Everybody's got their one. That's one that's going to stick with you forever, and that friend is going to make sure that every single person you meet knows about that. This could be a life-defining moment for this guy, and I really hope it goes the way it should.
Now that my makeup is done, I am going to put on my dress. Here is the final look. Here is my dress, my flowers. So pretty. I love this dress. I got it from the thrift store for $4. My earrings are from Expeditions. My bangle is from the Golden Hanger. My flowers, they are from Mason.
Actually, no, they're not. We have evidence to suggest otherwise. They're from yourself, and the fact that you said this somehow makes it weirder. It's like you're tricking yourself into thinking that your son bought you flowers for his prom. Why are you doing this?
And I did get Mason a boutonniere, and his date also got him one. We'll see which one he likes better.
All right, we are basically just admitting that we want to date our son now. That's super cool. Why are you trying to start a competition between yourself and your teenage son's prom date? Like, you realize that's what you're doing, right? Don't know why I'm asking that. Of course you do. You're doing it on purpose. Like, any one thing that this lady did would be weird enough on its own. But to be doing all of this shit at once, it's like, what is your goal? Dressing up as your son's prom date, buying yourself flowers for him to give you, going to a prom after party, giving him a boutonniere. It's so obvious that you want to be your son's date. It's fucking weird. What's wrong with you? So, as you might expect, this video was not received too well. So she made a follow-up video where she tries to explain some of her behavior, and, well, I'll just show you.
Y'all get ready with this crazy boy mama today. I think that this is the first time on this app that I am just at a loss for words. I don't know where y'all are from, but down here where I live, parents get dressed up in nice clothes, and every parent goes to pre-prom pictures with their child and their date, and they take pictures of their kids, and then they have a very nice sit-down dinner where the parents are still there.
Okay, so this woman is from Alabama, and look, I'm not from Alabama, but I am from the South. Lived here my entire life. And no, this is actually not what we do. Please do not slander us. I have never known a single soul who does this. Never in my entire life have I ever heard about parents going out to dinner while their children go to prom. Maybe in Alabama, where you date your son, apparently, they do things differently, but never have I ever heard or like even seen this reference before. Why would parents go out to dinner for prom? I know this might be a hard one to swallow for you, Lauren, but a prom is not about the parents. It's about the kids. Why would the parents do something for an event that has abso-fucking-lutely nothing to do with them?
Prom dresses where I'm from do not look like the dress that I had on. They are very much so formal, sparkly. What I had on was a sundress. Sundress, baby. A sundress.
Oh, okay. So we're just making shit up now. That's cool. Lauren, are you really going to look me in the eyeballs here and tell me that you were wearing a sundress? You were wearing a full-length, form-fitting black dress with a neckline that went down to your belly button that was also like diamond rhinestone encrusted. You're gonna call that a sundress? Really? Okay. You can do that, but just to be petty, I looked up your dress, did the little Google shopping thing where you can take a picture and find similar products. Well, I didn't find a similar product, I just found what you're wearing. It's sold by Fashion Nova, and they sell it as a formal gown. So, yeah, don't bullshit me.
We are huggers around here, and I have seen so many people in the comment section saying, I am a boy mom and I would never hug my son like that. I'm hugging him from the side. I bear hug him all the time. I'm so sorry that your children will never know that love and affection from their mother. There is a difference in all over him and hugging him as a mother. There is 100% a difference in what I did than a spouse relationship.
Okay, so this is the video that she's referring to here. And when I first saw it, like the way that she hugged him didn't really like register as anything to me. But now that she's mentioned other people mentioning it, I kind of get what they're saying. Like, do I think it's a crazy bad thing? No, not necessarily, but my mom's never hugged me this way. I've never seen another mom hug their son this way. It is kind of weird.
The world we live in today is just simply crazy, where people feel like mothers that it's weird to love on your sons. It should not be that way. It should never be that way. And that just makes me sad. And I don't raise my kids to be that way. And we're just not going to do it. So if y'all would like to think that it's weird, we're going to be weirding on over here.
No, I don't think anybody with a normal brain has ever said that it's weird to love on your child as a parent. And you know for damn sure that that's not what people are saying about you. People are saying that it's weird to basically interject yourself as your son's prom date and try and compete with the teenage girl that he's trying to take to prom. That's what's weird. That's the one.
If that was a dad and daughter, no one would have said anything about it. They'd be like, oh, that's the sweetest relationship. If that was a mother-daughter, they would have said, oh, that is so sweet. They're twinking. Why? Why is it a big deal that it is a mother-son and he's my teen? Shouldn't be. This right here is the reason why boys are the way they are today. These boys and the way that they treat girls these days is a joke.
What kind of bullshit are you talking about, lady? No, you're simply wrong. If any parent tried to make themselves their child's prom date and made a big deal on TikTok about how they've been waiting for this day forever, how they spent all day getting ready, it would produce the same reaction regardless of gender. And no, making your son play into your fantasy of being his prom date is not going to somehow magically make him a better boyfriend or husband. What the fuck kind of correlation is that?
Mason and I basically grew up together. I had Mason when I was 19 years old. It was just he and I for the longest time. I was a single mom. I was trying to be two parents at one point in my life. The bond that we have and the relationship that we share is just special. Nope, I do not expect for y'all to understand, because if you haven't gone through it and you didn't have a baby early on and you have not been a single parent, then you're not going to understand ever. At least my child will know what a mother-son, a true mother-son relationship and bond is like.
What a genuinely crazy person. No, this is not what a true mother and son bond looks like. Absolutely not. That's why tens of thousands of people are telling you what you're doing is not normal. This kind of response is such a classic thing for a person to say who realizes what they're doing is kind of wrong but doesn't want to admit it. Just creates a made-up standard saying, oh, well, this is what a real mother and son relationship should look like. Says if you don't have that, then you'll just never understand it. It's just a cop-out. She can't explain why she needs to pretend that she's going to prom with her son. So she basically just says, oh, well, if you're not a psychopath who wants to date your son, basically, you'll never get it. That way she doesn't have to explain the weird shit that she does. Classic. Well, guys, what do you think? Do you think this is a normal mom and son relationship? Am I just crazy? If you're from Alabama, do you see this often? Don't know if that's the best question to ask to get a good gauge on this, but I'll ask it anyways. But seriously, I am kind of curious to see if this kind of stuff is something that I've just never heard of, or if it's something that this woman is saying to make herself look a little less crazy. Have you guys ever heard of parents going out to dinner for prom, or like getting dressed up in prom attire for pictures? Because that is one I've never heard of, nor have I ever seen. Hopefully, it's the same for you guys. Otherwise, you know, I'm gonna feel a little bad for you. See ya.